Texting back and forth with my son yesterday evening, I got one of those questions that I guess you only get if you're a preacher. He said, "Dad, how'd the funeral go?" You know what I mean? How do funerals go? It was sad. It was heartrending. A young wife let go of her young husband. Kids way too young let go of their dad. All of it was just a little bit too much. And so I said to John, who has 3 children of his own, "Stay alive, son. Stay alive." He texted me back, "Dad, that's your topic for tomorrow's video. Stay alive. You should do it on that." And I thought about how many goals we have for ourselves. The goals that we have, that someday we're going to have this much money in the bank, someday we're going to have a house, someday we're going to buy a car, someday we're going to do all these other kinds of things that we set out there. Someday we're going to graduate from college, someday we're going to have our dream job, someday we're going to have our dream partner, on and on and on, all the dreams we have. But really, a lot of times, the dream we need to have comes down to something essentially as basic as stay alive. Tonight I'll be on the streets of Los Angeles with many friends who live on the street every single day. That's their dream. There's a woman who's been sleeping on our grounds here at the campus that wants to sleep right next to our food bank, where we're not allowed to have anybody sleeping because bugs and other things can get, so they crawl in and out. And I know that's her dream too, even as I try to get her to not sleep on the campus. Tell her what we can do as we give her food, do other things. But I know her dream really is just to stay alive. And I think we need to have an overriding dream that goes beyond staying alive, because staying alive, so often we don't get to choose when we die, when we live, how that works. I mean, all kinds of random things happen in life that just take that choice out of our hands. That being said, we have the opportunity every single day to not just stay alive, but to be alive and to live our lives to the fullest in everything we say and in everything we do. I'm not the best at that by a long shot. All too often what I do is I try to take care of my life and make sure I get through. Knowing my schedule, thinking of the things I set out for myself to do, thinking, oh man, I'm going to be exhausted for this, and try to push, instead of pushing myself just a little bit more, to be that much more alive, understanding that the opportunity is going to come someday when I won't be alive in this world. And in that moment, I want to know that I've given every single ounce of me to this time, in this world. I don't know what it is that you've yet to accomplish with your life and that you would like to accomplish. If you really have a huge goal you want to do, if you want to paint your masterpiece, if you want to travel to some far country, go on a great cruise right now. I guess that's not one of the big things people want to do, but if you'd like to really work to change the world at something, get to it now. Because staying alive, if you're just staying alive, really, is that a sufficient goal? Or do we need to be thinking about being alive? Being alive to the fullest, having a great purpose, a great goal, and then having a phenomenal plan to work out on a daily basis by being alive. Today, to step out of mediocrity, why not sit down and say, my great dream for my life today is, the goals I would like to accomplish with my life are, I'm going to do this by, and how you're going to do it, and then give yourself some dates that you'll accomplish certain tasks by. You see, because most of us have had that, whether we were in high school or in college, or whether we were on a job, or whether we had tasks, or whether we had other people, or even in a retirement. But do you have it today? And if you don't have it today, maybe the days are going to slip by and you're going to think, how did that day go by so quickly? I didn't get what I wanted to get done. And maybe it's just because you didn't sit down and say, I have some big dreams, some big goals, some things I yet to want to accomplish. I just don't want to stay alive. I want to be alive with all I am, with all I say. It's how we step away from being mediocre and step into being miraculous. And you know, you were created not to be mediocre, not even one moment of your life to be mediocre, but in every moment to celebrate the miraculous. Be the miracle this evening. I'm going to the streets of Los Angeles. I'm looking forward to celebrating the miracle with so many of my friends there. And at the same time, understanding the irony that back here at home in Riverside, there's a heartbroken homeless person who is stone out of her mind this morning that I can't seem to get off the grounds and struggle with figuring out how to find a spot that I can help. Because really, someone can't really be helped until they choose to be helped. We're going to go and we're going to do that which we can and not try to do that which we can't. Are you doing that which you can today, not just to stay alive, but to be fully alive? Be the miracle.